thought I seen a piece of flint and I picked it up, and it's a tiny little triangle. It's worked on all sides. Alrighty, me and Douglas got the kayaks loaded out. We're going on a little trip on the Ohio River. We'll go over to the other side, see if we can't find any artifacts over there at the river's lowered. Alright, I come back down from moving the truck and Bub's already ready to go. So we're gonna get everything tied up and we're gonna get out there. Alright, me and Bub made it over alright. The wind started to pick up for a minute. We made it across just in time. But we're over here now. We're looking around, and when we find something good, we'll let you know. Alrighty, I just started looking. I walked past this next to the tree root there. Told Douglas he could have all that down that way. Surface hunting. I found it kind of looks like a preform or a spall. Definitely worked on. Now I looked over here beside it. This piece here, laying right out on the beach beside it, you can see where it's worked on the edges. Some type of little flake that you turned into a tool. So that's pretty cool right there in one spot. We're on the board already. That's a beautiful translucent piece of flint. You hold that up to the sun and the light shines through it. I'll do it here in a second. I get a good spot. Alright, I ain't found too much else walking down a few yards. I did find a mason jar lid though. Sometimes there's some homestead stuff that's falling in here. This one, it's got a nice M in the middle, just a void, a little bit different than the voids we find normally. But we'll throw that in the pocket. That's a fun find. Keep moving on. Alright, so right down in there, I just got this heartbreaker. It's a busted stemmed point, it looks like. Here's the stem, and here's where it went up to the point. I'm going to try to look around in there and see if I can't find any more of it, but I don't think I'm going to. See this here, I don't know what this is, but it looks worked. Yeah, I think it's just a piece of gravel. Yeah, it's nothing. Kind of looks work sticking out of the mud there. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. We're still doing pretty good. I lost it. It was a busted tip. I had it in one hand and some flint in the other. And I brushed my hand on accident against my side. It caused me to fumble it out in this mud about 2 feet out. And I couldn't find it. I looked in the spot it fell in until my fingers started hurting and going numb. So, a little disappointed. It's not the worst thing in the world to happen, but we need to be a little bit more careful with our stuff. So, we had 3. Had that busted point, that little used flake, and then this was a little busted tip, this little triangular piece. But yeah, it's how it goes. Stuff happens. We're just lucky we haven't lost anything before. So we're gonna get back in the kayaks and move on down the river and see if we can't find a better spot. All right, we're in the new bread and butter. I was looking down these rocks, found a little piece of flint. Nope. But there is definitely a piece of flint right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's a little worked piece. Pull it out there. I'm gonna get a picture of it before I do. Now I got a picture of it. Pull it out. Oh, pentagonal shaped thing, like a little blade or something maybe. It's worked on all sides. It's pretty cool. Yep, we're on the board again. We're gonna keep looking. Alright, Bub said he found something. Where's it at? Pull it up there, let's see it. It's a bay. It's worked on that side and the bottom. It's like a real crude triangle scraper. I'm not sure because it's missing so much of it. Busted off. It's probably a triangle the way it looks. Alright, Bub's on the board. Alrighty, we were just looking. I was looking down in here. And I thought I seen a piece of flint, and I picked it up. And it's a tiny little triangle. It's worked on all sides. No bigger than my thumbnail. It's actually a little bit smaller. That is probably the smallest work piece I've ever gotten. That's pretty cool. Makes up for that one I lost, so pretty excited there. That's why you always look on the way back to the boat though. But found another piece that's worked. A little triangle with the busted tip. Missing a little bit more. But yeah, it's the base to a triangle. Sorry if it's windy, but it's hard to hear. Wind's picking up on my foot. Yeah, nice one there. Just missing the tip. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, to make up that busted tip I lost, I found another one there. So, got a bunch of stuff in our pocket today. It's a lot of broke stuff, but still having a good time finding it. We'll get these couple pieces here in the pocket and keep looking. Alright, let me see here, bub. Alright, yeah, you found a nice tip there. That's a pretty good one. I didn't really look down at the water today where it's up so much. Just been looking up here on the shore. Finding good stuff up here. Ain't been too bad. I've been watching the waves though. We are going to have to leave soon. It's getting rough. Something there I thought was work, but no, it's just a piece of flint. We're going to take about 15-20 more minutes to look around in here, and then we're going to head out. Bub made another nice find. There's a fossil on that rock. We'll throw it in the pocket too. That's not too bad. Alright, well, I'm going to get the truck. We had to make an early exit. The waves started getting real bad, and I got a lot of water in my kayak. Luckily, within 30 feet of the shore. We were in shallow water by then, but I knew we had to get up on land. It was going to be hard trying to get back to the boat docks with the way the water was blowing us, or wind was blowing us. So we had a good day today. We found a lot of stuff. We probably found more worked pieces than we've ever found in a single day. So nothing too stunning, but definitely kept us on our toes the whole time. We're going to get the truck, we'll get the kayaks loaded up, and then we'll show you what we got when we get home. Alright, here's everything we found today. We started a new Core-Mark pottery jug. We're finding so much. I've got, you can see down there, got 2 or 3 different things. That white jar in the back has some. I've got some in that little bowl there, and then I have a another jar, which are that right up there with the white lid that's completely full. So we are getting a lot of that pottery, but I like to keep it. Maybe one of these days we'll get it all out and see if we can fit some of it together. But yeah, we got a couple gallons of it now. We just got off a river tonight. The river actually got really rough. There's a real bad storm coming through. It was calm when we went on, but got really treacherous. Probably one of the worst days I've ever been on the river. But we got mason jar lid right off the bat. A couple little pieces of pottery. We don't ever find much pottery in there. We do find a piece or two every once in a while. Big old spalled piece of flint. We have this piece here. It's not much, but it's got a fossil on it. I actually looked at it. I wonder if this ain't a scraper, actually. I don't think Douglas realized it when he picked it up. He thought it looked cool because it had the fossil. But it's got that line all the way around pretty perfectly, and it does look like it's worked. So I think that's some type of piece to a hide scraper or some type of random tool. Just got a bunch of flint. We always find a bunch of flint down in there. We wouldn't have found as much, but the landowner come out and he was telling us, he's like, go down through here, go under this tree, showing us all kinds of new places to look I don't really think of when I'm in that spot. So kudos to him. That was really cool of him. And then this is all our points that we found in there. Actually, we're one short because I dropped one in the mud. There's a triangle. There's a little pentagonal piece. You could see where it would have kind of came out on that left side a little bit more, but it broke and they reworked it. And it's kind of got a little bit of a turtle back into it. Maybe it would have been flatter. Little busted off stemmed point there. One little busted tip there, and it's actually got the tippy to the tip busted back off. And there's another, what I think was probably a little stem point. Maybe it was reworked. There's some lost lake and stuff in there. I don't know if that would have been one of them and the notches are gone and worked away. Right there's a really crude triangle. It's worked on all sides. I don't know what this was. It kind of looked like it would have had a stem to it, like a real little stemmed point. And the stem broke off because it's almost got those flares to the side. This one, I don't know what it is. It's got one side that's worked. I assume it's just pieced to a broke off triangle. And then there's a perfect tiny little triangle. I picked that up thinking it was just a random piece of flint. And it's worked on all sides. So, that's everything we found. That was a pretty good day. That's 5, 9. We would have had 10 pieces. I thought we had a couple more, but I looked at some stuff and ruled it out. That's not a bad day at all, though. And luckily, we got back across the river before we flipped any boats. But I appreciate everybody watching. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe. We'll see you out on the river next time. Have a good one.